Welcome everyone to another series of fire trails by Nova. So this first one is a really nice, simple, straightforward little fire trail just to get us started before we move into some corners on this round. Now, really happy with what you're doing here, Christy, holding on to Nova, not saying too much, keeping it nice and relaxed. This is perfect. What I will take a moment though to talk about is actually what we're going to do on the next round of fire trails. So I'm actually really happy with what I've seen throughout these fire trails, and obviously we'll get into more of the review as we move through it. But what I'm going to talk about is what I want to see on the next round of fire trails. We're going to be moving into what we call modified fire trails. Now, all you're going to do there, and it's very simple, is once the track layout moves off and they've dropped the sent article, you simply grab Nova by the collar. You might want to put a leash on her for this, and then you walk away. Just turn around, walk 10, 15 meters, and then pause for a moment, then bring the dog back to the article. Now, and then you release them. Now, the trick here is you're not shoving them at the article. I don't even expect them to necessarily sniff the article with intent or anything, but you're just going to release them about a foot away from the article and just let go. So just as we don't mind if the dog sniffs or doesn't sniff the scent article at this stage, we also don't mind it at the modified stage. Again, it's all there set up for the dog to learn through self-discovery. So that's an important one, because I see some people, the dog will be really champing the bit to track and it won't be necessarily too interested in the article. And that's okay at this stage. Just when you bring the dog back, bring them close to the article and then just let them go. If you've got them on leash, you just release the leash before you get to the article, and then have them by the collar and then just let go. Judging by Nova's motivation, she's going to be pulling like crazy when you're getting close to the article. But again, you just let them go. If they sniff the article, great. If they don't, at this stage, again, it's totally fine. They will learn through self-discovery soon enough. We're just going to keep setting it up so they do so. Nice little fire trail here. Very straightforward. Lovely work by Nova. Really, really good little fire trail. All right, let's get into the next couple. Great, so we are always refining. Now, the scent article here was probably just a little bit too close to Nova. So in this case, another meter or so away would have been a bit better in terms of placement of where Nova was and where the article was. When it's too close to them while they're waiting, they, it's like anything, they get bored of it and they lose interest in it when it's too close. So just watchful of that one. Now, this is a great little fire trail here. I love the terrain. This is just a tracker's dream to be developing a dog in this. And it's a joy to watch. The angle is really great here too. I get enough footage of Nova working to clearly understand what happens here, which is great. She tracks beautifully in the straight line, overshoots the corner a little bit, and then works her way back into your track layer. Absolutely perfect, exactly what we're looking for. Can't wait to review these next couple of ones, and I got some really good suggestions what we're going to do on the next round of fire trials. But Nova here has absolutely nailed this little corner. Lovely work. Blink and you will miss this. So I've slowed this right down frame by frame so you can see how fast dogs can take odor. So right here, Nova surges forward, perfectly placed article, by the way, and that head dips just over the article, lifts up as Nova goes over the top of it. This is all the dog needs to take scent from an article. Perfect. Great. So from here, I've sped up the footage because it takes a little bit of time for Nova to find the track layer at the end here. Now, this is fantastic, and there's just a couple of points I want to highlight here, which I really, really enjoy. So first of all is just want to point out that Nova doesn't actually stop and look at you for assistance anymore. That's a massive, massive change in behavior from the previous 3 rounds of fire trails. Absolutely brilliant that she now understands that there's no help from the handler and that she has to figure this out for herself. So it's a huge lesson that she's absolutely got locked in here, which I love to see. Second of all, this little fire trail here is a great exemplar of why it's so fantastic working off leash and always working with a human at the end of our track. It's pretty warm by the looks of things and by the sound of Nova working. Um, and it's also very fresh. So there is a lot of blown odor and odor coming off the track layer for Nova to work her way through. The human odor pool at the end of the track can be exceptionally difficult for dogs to solve. Dogs that are trained typically on articles or balls at the end of the track will often have great difficulty later on when they come to find a human end of the track, and that odor pool may very well mess with them. Here we are already getting many reps of many different pictures of very difficult odor pools for the dog to work through and find their way into. You can tell the track layer is so close because the whole time Nova is incredibly motivated and never stops, looks around confused. There's no confusion, it's just a problem. Beautiful work by Nova. Okay, great little fire trail here by Nova. And there's a couple of things I glimpsed throughout this that I really enjoy seeing. So again, talking about productive sources of odor, what we're working in here with this really long grass is as the track layer is moving through it, their odor is catching really nicely on the grass. And it makes it very easy for the dog to learn because basically their nose is, they can't help but hit the odor through the grass. They're learning that, oh, hey, this grass has odor on it. Cool. And just a moment ago, we saw Nova had run off the track a little bit, and then we see her cut back, and you see that beautiful change of behavior where she cracks straight onto where the track layers physically walked. Beautiful, accurate tracking there. And it happens so unbelievably quickly that you've got to watch very closely to see it. Beautiful little fire trail there. All right, cool. Let's get into what we're going to be doing for our next round of fire trails. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is what we call modified fire trails. So all that means is the track layer, once they've shown the food and run off, is you, the handler, will grab Nova, move away about 10-15 meters away from the scent article, and just wait there. Give it, at this stage, just enough time for the track layer to actually go and put the track out. And then you're going to allow Nova to drag you up close to the article where you will then let go. We're not too worried if Nova sniffs the article or runs over the top of it. Again, just like all these fire trails, whatever Nova does is fine. We're just giving her the opportunity to learn through self-discovery. I don't want to see any shoving or like pulling over the top of the article. Again, just release a couple of meters away from the article as she's pulling to give the opportunity to learn for herself. That's always the best way. And we're already seeing really fantastic results with this methodology with Nova. The next step is for your track layer. What the track layer now needs to do is when they turn to do their corner is to now walk a much longer distance. So what I'd like to see is if they do a initial leg of 50 meters, when they turn, do another 50 meters. That'll be perfect. That is going to help us teach Nova how to do corners, which I really look forward to seeing. So I want to start seeing some more length in these fire trails. So yeah, get your track layer putting out some more distance once they turn, and we'll see what we see with Nova and how she works.